Water and wastewater treatment plant construction is an exciting career field that involves all facets of construction. Projects in this field vary greatly in size, capacity, and complexity. Treatment plant construction will usually include masonry buildings with various types of interiors. These designs may contain offices, locker rooms, and laboratories with special types of flooring, wall, and ceiling finishes. Treatment plant construction includes concrete structures with process treatment equipment such as clarifiers, aerators, filters, and pumping equipment. Installation of underground piping that transports the water to be treated as well as carrying the treated water to its final destination are major phases of treatment plant construction. New construction and modifications to existing treatment plants will usually include heavy electrical, plumbing, and HVAC work as well. Finally, site work such as clearing and grubbing, earth excavation, and backfilling, along with road construction and asphalt paving, are all necessary operations found in treatments. Career path opportunities are nearly unlimited in treatment plant construction. We will begin our descriptions of the most common jobs in this division with the project superintendent. The project superintendent is responsible for overseeing all of the day-to-day activities of the job. His duties include planning and scheduling and coordinating all of the work activities on the project, whether it be company crew members, workers from trade subcontractors, or material suppliers. The project superintendent is charged with making it all come together safely, on time, and on budget. The backhoe operator is responsible for providing a safe excavation to the correct line and grade without causing damage to existing utilities or other property, as well as accomplishing backfill operations. This often requires skill at operating the equipment in tight or extremely confined areas. The pipe fitter is the person responsible for installing the above-ground piping systems correctly and efficiently. Pipe fitters have experience in various mechanical materials such as flange piping, valves, fittings, and water and sewer pumping equipment. Pipe fitters normally work in 3 to 5 man crews. The mechanical foreman is the person responsible for directing the pipe fitting crews and the installation of the mechanical equipment. This mechanical equipment can include underground piping, above-ground flange piping, pumps, and process equipment. It is the responsibility of the mechanical foreman to interpret the plans provided by the design engineer and to make sure that the correct materials and equipment are installed according to those plans. Quite often, this foreman will be required to operate various pieces of equipment or perform a number of other tasks in order to prevent interruptions to job progress. Probably the greatest challenge to the mechanical foreman is to supervise and carry out all of the necessary installation tasks while at the same time training and motivating his employees in the growth of their careers. The crane operator is responsible for the safe lifting and placement of project materials throughout the job site. He is always looking out for the safety of his particular operation as well as the safety of all of the work crews around him. The crane operator will usually perform routine maintenance and inspections on his machine and assist in the performing of major repairs. Concrete form carpenters and helpers are responsible for building and installing the concrete formwork. They have the experience to use the necessary power tools safely and accurately and may often work in or even lead 2 to 3 man work crews. The carpenter foreman is responsible for directing form carpentry crews. He must work closely with rebar installers and concrete placement crews to ensure the finished concrete structures are placed properly according to plans and specifications. A rod buster is one who is responsible for the placement of all reinforcing steel, or rebar, used on the project. The rebar is placed in sequence with the concrete formwork erected by the carpentry crews. Rod buster trainees help to place and tie steel for concrete footings and slabs. Experienced rod busters are responsible for shaking out the correct rebar size and length and rigging it for the crane to lift up to the proper work area. The lead rod buster handles the planning for the rebar installation by studying the plans and making sure the proper type and amount of steel is ordered and delivered to the job site. He also makes sure the rebar is installed correctly, which often includes making judgment calls based on years of experience when it comes to interpreting the engineer's plans. Concrete placers make sure that the concrete for footings, walls, and slabs is placed to the proper grade and vibrated correctly. The proper grade is important for the installation of mechanical equipment. Concrete finishers work directly with the concrete placing crews and are responsible for the proper finishing of all concrete poured on the project. The concrete foreman is responsible for placement of concrete not only by the crews working directly for him, but by the subcontractors associated with the construction of all concrete structures. Not only does he work closely with the rebar installers and forming crews, he must also be able to interpret the engineering drawings and see that the concrete work is constructed in accordance with those plans. The overall project foreman is experienced in blueprint reading, use of levels and transits, and the operation of various pieces of equipment. He will often be the designated competent person responsible for overall project safety requirements being met. Finally, we have the construction helper. This position is far more important than many would think. This person's primary duty is to assist lead men and foremen in the completion of their respective work activities. Construction helpers are the backbone of the industry, getting the work done day in and day out.
Education, yes, this is a very good education because it's on the job training, which you're learning every day. I learn something new every day. My goal is really to be a foreman, to be the guy's boss, to try to learn. I've ran equipment, I've been in the bottoms of holes, I've rigged up 42 to 48 to 6-foot pipe. I've been on the end of a shovel a lot. We've formed walls, formed concrete, learn how to talk to people, get them to do what I want them to do, as in running a crew. They're trying to give me the opportunity as running a crew. This is my higher education. This is my 5 years of college.
Water and sewer line installation, or treatment plant construction. The career choice is yours. Either of these two areas of utility construction offers endless opportunities to grow, not only in these areas, but in many other related areas of construction. Working for a Carolinas AGC utility contractor enhances these opportunities. Carolinas AGC member companies have access to training courses and seminars, which offer curriculums to help you move up in the industry. Where you go and how far you go is limited only by your desire and ability to learn, cooperate, communicate, and demonstrate that you can be an important team member who helps bring projects in safely and on time.
I've been in utility construction since 1958. And if you stay with it, you'll have a long and successful career.